I feel like I'm living in a nightmare, and I can't wake up. It started innocently enough, or at least it seemed that way at first. But now, every day feels like I'm being punished for something I didn't even do. My parents have completely stripped my room bare. Nothing is left. No posters on the walls, no books, no music, no distractions. It's like they've erased everything that made it feel like a space. They took everything, except for a single pair of sneakers and my school. That's it. Nothing else. At first, I didn't think much of it. Maybe they were cleaning, I thought. But then it kept happening. Every time I come home from school, they make me stand there in the middle of my room, just staring at the wall. Nothing else. The silence is deafening, and the emptiness of the room mirrors the hollow feeling I have inside. I try to speak up, ask them what's going on, but they just ignore me. I get this cold, distant look, like they're disappointed in me for even asking. Then, after hours of just standing there, the clock ticks on, and I'm finally allowed to sit down for dinner. But it's not a warm meal, a moment of togetherness. It feels like a formality, just another step in the process of isolating me. And when it's over, they don't even look at me. It's like they're waiting for me to disappear. Once dinner's done, I'm sent back to my room to once again face the wall. No comfort, no reprieve, just the same empty, cold stare. It's as if they're trying to break me, trying to make me feel like I'm invisible. Every time I ask why they're doing this, the answer is the same. Silence. The only thing I'm allowed to do is reflect on my mistakes in the most solitary way imaginable. The loneliness is suffocating, the lack of communication between us, the growing distance between my family and me. It's like we're strangers under the same roof. I don't know what to do, or even if there's anything I can do. It's like they've taken away not just my possessions, but my sense of self. All I do now is stare at the wall, waiting for the day I'll wake up from this bizarre, cruel punishment. Update. Things have gotten worse. I don't even know how to begin this update, but things have escalated in a way I didn't think was possible. It's like I'm living in a constant state of tension, never knowing what will happen next. I keep hoping that maybe I'll wake up from this nightmare, but every time I think it can't get worse, it does. The wall-staring punishment is still going on, but now it's worse, much worse. After I posted that last update, I thought maybe someone might intervene, or that I could talk to someone, friends, a counselor, anything, but every time I try to bring it up, it's like they've already anticipated my every move. It's like they've prepared for me to reach out, and they've already built a wall of silence around me. I came home yesterday to find that the sneakers and my school uniform were gone. Gone. As if my entire existence has been erased. There were just a few pieces of paper left on my desk, and on one of them, in my mom's handwriting, it said, "You'll learn your lesson." That's all. No explanation, no context. Just those words haunting me. I'm not allowed to leave my room anymore. They don't make me stand there and stare at the wall all the time, but now they make me sit in a chair in the middle of the room for hours, just sitting there. It's like they've removed any sense of time. I can't remember the last time I saw daylight for more than a few seconds. I'm not even sure how long I've been in this situation. Every day blends together. I'm not allowed to talk to anyone. My phone was taken from me a few days ago. If I ask for food or water, they act like I'm being disruptive. I get a cold glass of water thrown at me if I'm too loud. My room is dark most of the time, except for a small light they leave on to make it feel even more isolating. I'm allowed to use the bathroom, but only if they're watching. It's like I've become some sort of prisoner, but there's no trial, no reasoning. They won't even talk to me about what I've done wrong. I know this sounds insane, but I'm terrified. I don't know how much longer I can keep pretending like everything is okay when it's so far from okay. There are moments when I feel like I'm losing my mind. Every time I try to fight back, it just makes things worse. I've stopped talking. I've stopped asking. I've stopped looking for answers. I just exist. That's all I can do right now. I don't know what's going to happen next. Maybe it'll get better. Maybe it'll get worse. I'm too scared to hope, but I'm also too scared to give up. I just wanted to update you all because I feel like I'm suffocating here. I don't even know what to do anymore. Thanks to everyone who has reached out to me. I wish I could respond to all your comments, but I'm still not allowed to have any form of communication. I don't know when I'll be able to update again, but I'll keep holding on. Maybe something will change. Update. It's even worse than I thought. I wasn't sure I'd even be able to write this, but I have to let someone know what's been happening. Things have taken a terrifying turn, and it feels like I'm spiraling into something that I can't control. After my last post, I thought there was a small chance that maybe, just maybe, things would settle down. I even convinced myself that I could manage it, that it was temporary, and I could tough it out. But I was wrong. So wrong. The punishment has gotten far more intense. They've completely cut me off from everything. No more phone, no more internet, not even a single book or notebook. I'm not allowed to talk to anyone, and when I try to speak, they just glare at me. My parents have become so cold. They won't even look at me unless they absolutely have to. It's like I've turned into some sort of invisible entity in this house. I tried asking them again what I did to deserve this, but my mom just snapped at me, telling me I don't need to know why, that I should just accept it. My dad, he hasn't said a word to me in days. He just stares at me like I'm some stranger. The worst part is the silence. The deafening silence that fills the house. It's so heavy. Every moment I'm stuck in my room, staring at that empty wall, I feel like I'm suffocating. But it's what they're doing now that really scares me. Every time I eat dinner, they make me sit there for hours, staring at my food, but not allowed to touch it unless they tell me I can. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like they're trying to break me down mentally. My body feels weak. My mind feels foggy. I feel like I'm losing myself. I tried to tell them I was feeling sick yesterday. I thought maybe they'd show some sign of care. But instead, my mom just gave me a cold look and said I should be grateful for what I have. I've started losing track of time. I don't know how long I've been stuck in this routine. Days? Weeks? My sense of reality is warped, and it feels like the world outside my room doesn't even exist anymore. I don't know what to do anymore. I've stopped asking questions because I know it only makes things worse. I'm scared to even move, to make any noise, because the moment I do, it feels like I'll be punished further. I'm still stuck here, alone in my head, with nothing to hold on to but the strange hope that maybe, somehow, things will change. But I'm not sure they will. I just wanted to let you know, in case I can't update again. I don't even know if anyone's listening, but I have to keep trying. Thanks for the support I've gotten from everyone. I know I'm not alone, even though it feels like it every single day. Final update. I'm out. I'm finally free. I can hardly believe I'm writing this right now, but I feel like I owe it to all of you who've been so supportive and concerned. I don't know where to even begin, but after everything that's happened, I think I can finally breathe again. A few days ago, something unexpected happened. I've been trying to figure out how to explain everything that's been going on, but it's hard to find the words. The isolation, the silence, the constant, unrelenting feeling of being trapped in a life that wasn't mine anymore. I was suffocating, and I felt like I was losing my grip on reality. But there was a moment when I had enough. I couldn't keep doing this to myself. I couldn't let my mind completely break. So I made the decision to leave. No, it wasn't easy. I didn't have a plan. I didn't know what would happen, but I couldn't stay in that room another day. I left the house at night, quietly, without telling anyone. My parents were asleep, and I grabbed whatever I could. A backpack with clothes, my ID, and a few dollars I had managed to hide over time. I didn't even know where I was going, but I knew I couldn't stay. I went to a friend's house, someone who had no idea what I was going through, but I knew they'd be there for me. I didn't have to explain everything right away. They just let me in. For the first time in what felt like forever, I was able to sleep in a bed that wasn't my own, but it felt like home. The next day, I went to a counselor, someone who could help me understand what was happening and, more importantly, help me figure out what to do next. I don't have all the answers yet, and there's a lot of healing ahead of me, but for the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm in control again. I'm safe, and I have people who care about me. I don't know if things with my parents will ever change. I don't know what their reaction will be when they find out I'm gone. But for now, I can't worry about that. I have to focus on my own well-being. I'm starting to rebuild, to find pieces of myself again that I thought I'd lost forever. This chapter of my life is over, but it doesn't mean everything is fixed. I'm still processing what happened, still trying to understand why they did what they did, but I've taken back control. Thank you to everyone who reached out, who gave me advice, who believed me when I felt like no one else did. You don't know how much your words helped, even when I didn't respond. I'll be okay. One step at a time. I just wanted to let you know.